Well, another hour once again for News Tonight at 10. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Mogalu Mohammed is right with us on sign language. Now, as we start off with the Vice President and Woman Member of Parliament for Katakwi District, Jessica Lupo, she has asked women from different Christian denominations to extend a hand of solidarity to fellow women and mentor the younger generation to work towards a world where every woman's potential is nurtured and celebrated. Lupo told the women who gathered at Namugongo Catholic Matters Shrine to celebrate the International Women's Day of Prayer that together they stand as sisters in Christ, lifting one another up and interceding for a world where every woman is valued and empowered.
I am deeply honored to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate World Women's Day under the powerful and affirming theme, I made you wonderful. Let's clap for the theme, beautiful theme indeed, which is from Psalm 139, verse 14. This occasion is a reminder of the beauty, the strength, and dignity that God has bestowed upon every woman. It is a day to honor the remarkable contributions of women in our families, our communities, our church, and indeed our country. As we celebrate today, we also acknowledge the progress made in empowering women here in our country. The government, under the leadership of His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, has continuously championed policies and initiatives aimed at improving the lives of all women across the country. Programs in education, health, economic empowerment, and leadership development have provided women with both opportunities to excel in various fields. In conclusion, further, I would like to add that in the midst of life's demands, balancing work, house chores, motherhood, marriage, and service in the church, where women have continuously demonstrated resilience and unwavering dedication, it is essential to equip ourselves with skills that allow us to navigate the roles effectively. For instance, time management. Second, self-care and mental wellness. Third, seeking support. In addition, financial empowerment and faith and prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, let us extend a hand of solidarity to our fellow women, mentor the young generation, and work towards a world where every woman's potential is nurtured and celebrated. Let us utilize the conducive environment of peace and security currently prevailing in the whole of Uganda to participate in livelihood programs of government geared towards uplifting the economic status of women so that women in all categories, from village to town council, from town council to municipality, from municipality to city, join the money economy. Above all, let me reiterate that let us be good role models and mentors, for we are mothers to all. I thank you once again, and I congratulate you on this successful World Women's Day of Prayer and celebration.
Now happenings with the NRM caucus resolutions, issues concerning corruption, rule of law and infrastructure development are some of the top priorities that government cited in the 2025-2026 budget as it is going on in focus. State Minister for Finance Henry Msasizi says 198 trillion shillings is to be injected in the fight against corruption through various sectors. Let's hear more in this report.
We intend to eliminate corruption. In the budget for next year, we shall provide 198.7 billion to facilitate the efforts to eliminate corruption, and these funds will go through the following agencies. One is the Directorate of Ethics and Integrity, two is the Inspectorate of Government, and three is the Office of the Auditor General. These are some of the agencies that are responsible for fighting corruption, and we intend to enhance and support their budgets with an amount of 198 billion. Question 2, promoting are the 10 areas aimed at promoting Musevenomics. The budget is anchored on 3 tools. One is the National Development Plan 4. 2 is the NRM Manifesto of 2021-2026. And 3 is the tenfold growth strategy, where we are talking about growing our GDP, our economy tenfold by rising GDP from $50 billion to $500 billion. In these 3 documents, Musevenomics also comes in. So it is part of some of the information which you will find in Musevenomics speaks to the strategic direction which is embedded in the tenfold growth, and also when you look at the National Development Plan, which we have recently approved, so that all the documents speak together, and the goals are more or less the same. On the health insurance scheme, this one is still under consultation, and right now it's not one of the.
For the financial year 2025-2026 as follows. Priority number 1, maintaining peace, security, and rule of law. 2, human capital development, especially focusing on affordable ways to provide health care by increasing preventive measures against disease, education, water, and social protection. 3, monetization of the economy through wealth creation initiatives that contribute to lowering the cost of money like PDM, EMIOGA, UDB, and UDC, among others. 4, infrastructure development, railways, standard gauge railway, and meter gauge railway, roads maintenance, paved and unpaved, affordable electricity, water, and ICT. 5, regional integration to guarantee markets. 6, irrigation to stabilize agriculture. 7, industrial parks for manufacturing, including agro-processing. 8, eliminating corruption. 9, environmental conservation and protection of wetland and forest. 10, vertical and horizontal integration of the economy. These are the 10 priority areas for the budget of the financial year 2025-2026. And our national resources will be focused around the 10 priority areas. I submit.
Now, Chief Justice Alphonse Winyidolo has applauded Patricia Chan for embracing all kinds of harsh environments to make it to the level of inspiring millions of Ugandans. This was during the launch of her book titled The Touch of Humility, that emphasizes upholding core values and practices of integrity while serving. The book launch was held at Hotel Africana in Kampala.
The Touch of Humility is a testament to the power of integrity and leadership as guided by humility. Dr. Patricia Chan's journey is captured in this book as a of inspiration to all those in public service. It is a reminder that public servants must be committed to justice and serving the nation.
This book is a reflection of that journey and a collection of stories and insights that demonstrates the power of humility in all our lives, both personally and even professionally.
The book launch was a captivating event where storytelling defined the level of humility of Dr. Patricia Chan, the Deputy IGG, from her mother, relatives, friends and workmates, among others. The presentation described the foundation of Dr. Patricia's humility and leadership skills. The author of the book, Dr. Patricia Chan, says this book is a reminder of core values and ethical practices surrounding the world of work.
Humility becomes a very valuable asset in our lives. It reminds us to listen, to learn, to approach our responsibilities with an open heart, with an open mind. So this book is a testament to a collection of stories, reflections, and illustrates how humility can guide our actions and decisions as we navigate our professional path.
While launching this book, the Chief Justice Alphonse Winyidolo praised Dr. Patricia Chan for preserving through all kinds of harsh environments to make it to the levels of inspiring millions of Ugandans.
People have talked here about her personal attributes, accolades, endowments, her godliness, her humility, her love, passion for humanity, and her passion for mentoring the young. I think Dr. Chan Okeria's signature engagement is mentoring the young.
The first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Community Affairs, retired Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, applauded Dr. Patricia for sharing her experiences and insights. She cites that the book will serve as a guiding light for young leaders, encouraging them to embrace humility while serving.
Deprived us of one of our major resources, but nevertheless, she's doing a good job. The book to all of you, please read it and follow what she has done.
The Inspectorate General of Government, Betty Kamya, says leadership is not about power, but service, urging the public to draw wisdom from this book and apply it in their day-to-day life.
I would like to encourage you to read it and also to buy it, and to buy it for everybody. I have no doubt that it's a worth read.
Some of the people present at the book launch who UBC talked to expressed optimism about its potential role in inspiring the youth to do the right things.
Not only for his own interests, but also the interests of others.
That is something I am striving to be because I have seen her exemplify that.
The launch of The Touch of Humility was not just a celebration of literature, but also a call for ethical and humble leadership in all spheres of life. Dr. Patricia Chani's work is expected to leave a lasting impact, inspiring many to lead with integrity and purpose. Susan Inabugude, Stephen Kalisha for UBC News.
Indeed, we do congratulate her for that achievement. Now, Hajat Farid Nambi has taken the NRM flag for the by-election in Kazo, Angola Parish. She has been traversing various areas seeking votes from people of Kawempe as the election campaigns gains momentum.
This marks the 7th day since candidates were nominated and they are now actively canvassing for votes. Hajat Nambi has visited areas including Chikubo Zone, Kona Zone, Lugoba, Kazo Central and others. During her visits, she supported her supporters by assisting in their daily activities such as cooking, washing clothes, and more. Her campaign gained momentum as she was joined by the Minister for Kampala, Hajat Minsa Kabanda, NRM Mobilizer, Rosemary Nasubuga Seninde, Kampala Central Mayor, Salim Uhuru, and others.
On behalf of NRM government, we are on behalf of Nambi, Farida, 13th, come and vote Farida Nambi. The symbol is a bus. Come and support. Nambi is going to work with government, Nambi is going to work with us, Nambi is going to work with everybody. So vote Nambi, Farida.
Together, they have been moving around engaging with the electorate. Hajat Nambi continued her campaign across the entire Kazo Angola parish, accompanied by various NRM supporters. NRM mobilizer Rosemary Seninde also called on voters to elect Hajat Nambi.
Very few days. We are remaining with few days. Today is our 7th day in this campaign, and on the 11th we are calling upon the people of Kawempe to come and join His Excellency the President and welcome him and receive him as he comes to campaign for our candidate. We expect him in Division A and also in Division B. He will hold 2 rallies on that day. We are yet to inform the people the exact venues where His Excellency will be on that day. But on the 13th, I appeal to all the people of Kawempe to vote for NRM.
She affirmed that the NRM is confident of victory in this election and called on the public to maintain peace so that the process concludes smoothly, assuring them that it will be conducted fairly and transparently. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Now, with the opposition, different leaders headed by Honorable Sewungu Gonzaga, along with supporters of the National Unity Platform, NUP, have set up camp in Kawempe to Chiganda village. They are rallying support for Council Luyimbazi Nalukola in the Kawempe North by-election set for March 13th.
NUP leaders and supporters have gathered in large numbers to campaign for Council Luyimbazi Nalukola. They emphasize the importance of unity and urge residents to stand firm until the election process is concluded next Thursday.
Sulaimani kaonawo mu kitezi eyavuddeyo okutaasa bakaawonawo mu kitezi abanyigibwa enjege yatugwako. The Kawempe North constituency yonna era tukyatabaala okulaba nti tufuna obuwagizi bwa National Unity Platform okudda mu bigere by'omugenzi Segirinya Muhammad eyatuvaako mu bulamu bw'ensi eno. Londa Nalukola nga 13 obeera otulondedde Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
Kawempe Mayor Emmanuel Serunjoji, Haji Latif Sebagala and PGMP aspirant Muhinji Sharon have highlighted key strategies to ensure victory in this by-election. They strongly urge residents to cast their vote in favour of Councillor Yimbazi Nalukola.
Okuyimirira wano mu Kiganda n'endangirira His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu yatutumye tuleete Nalukola omubaka Lukola wa Parliament. Basebo ne banyabo Kiganda emanyiddwa, Kawempe twemanyiddwa, n'ensozi zonna eziri wano era tewangulwangako tulina okugiwangula. Kawempe wemuli njagala mbakakasa nze Latifu Sebagala Sengendo gwe mwayagala ennyo ne munnonda emyaka 2 nali mubaka wammwe mbasaba basaba ne banyabo mulonde Elyazani Nalukola bonna mulaba mu kalulungano balambuzi.
Calling all upon people of Kawempe to vote for Nalukola because he's a real candidate we need in the parliament. First of all, he's a council. He's going to help us a lot and a lot. Finally, on 13th, come and you vote, come one, come all, we vote for Nalukola.
Councillor Yimbazi Nalukola urged the people of Kawempe North to serve and bring positive change.
Ngikozesezza okuwolereza abantu, okukayanira obwenkanya, eddembe ly'abantu. Basaba ne banyabo abalungi, nze Nalukola abagamba, nze ndiraga mafini nze gwe mulaba.
You should not be worried at all. Give us your support. Voters, we shall protect our votes.
Councillor Yimbazi Nalukola warned anyone planning to disrupt the peace of Kawempe North,
who intend to have ghetto youth, use them to sabotage, jeopardize our elections. They should never joke with the people of power. People of power will protect their vote.
He calls upon everyone to gather at Mbogo Mosque. The NUP president will also be there. Cayenne Faith, Chamil Sekaja for UBC.
Now, the future of corporate leadership in Uganda takes a bold step forward as CEO Summit Uganda officially launches the 2025 CEO Leadership Program. Now designed to mentor top executives on navigating leadership challenges, the program is set to redefine how business operates and grow in an evolving economic landscape.
The high-profile event has brought together top executives, industry leaders, and key stakeholders to discuss the future of leadership in Uganda. Organizers say this initiative will provide CEOs with the necessary skills to ensure the smooth operation of their companies.
How can I transfer the CEO mindset to wherever I'm a leader? That for us is how we measure impact. Yes, at the end of the day, it's called the CEO Apprenticeship Program, and we are getting direct reports to CEOs to be ready. It will be very good that when your CEO steps down, you should be one of the people who puts their hand up to say, I'm ready to interview and step in for the role. So that demystification of fears, that imposter syndrome of thinking that this is not a me thing, everyone can be prepared to be chief executive. Are you ready for it? So that's what we handle in this particular program.
Unlike previous leadership initiatives, the 2025 CEO Leadership Program, which is the 16th edition, is tailored to address Uganda's unique business challenges, focusing on innovation, corporate governance, and resilience.
But getting into leadership requires, what you call the unconventional skills, that will never be taught. So the CAP program gives opportunity to leaders to interact with leaders, with existing leaders. So potential leaders interacting with existing leaders.
With Uganda's corporate world evolving rapidly, organizers believe this program will empower CEOs with the tools needed to navigate uncertainties and foster a culture of excellency in leadership.
It's not something that comes natural because we work under intense pressure. So sometimes the need for results actually can override the humanity to it. However, it is an intentional journey. And for me, that is one of the things that CEO apprenticeship has really taught me, is to become extremely intentional about making a deliberate effort to be that person.
One thing is certain, CEO Summit Uganda is laying the foundation for a new generation of visionary leaders. Sandra Kahunde, Robert Katamba, UBC News.
Well, thank you very much there, Sandra Kahunde and team. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, has procured over 50 pieces of studio furniture from Uganda Prison Services. According to the UBC Managing Director, Winston David Agaba, the procurement is in line with President Museveni's directive to all government agencies to buy furniture from Uganda Prison Services and also to support the local industries under Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, Bubu initiative.
For the last 1 month, Uganda Prison Service Furniture Department has been busy since UBC had given an order for them to make the studio chairs. The availability of the trained and skilled labor from the inmates makes it easy and possible for prisons to deliver in time. The consignment was delivered by the Commissioner, Prisons Industries, Prosi Najuma Geraldine, and received by the Managing Director, UBC Winston Agawa David, who was flanked by UBC senior staff.
With Uganda Prison Services, and here we are today with a new consignment of furniture, chairs, that is going to serve us for the long haul, because as you know, Uganda Prison's furniture is very durable and affordable.
According to Mr. Agawa, the procurement is in line with the President Museveni's directive for all government agencies to buy furniture from Uganda Prison Services and to also support the local industries under Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, Bubu initiative.
We want to give thanks to the management of Uganda Prisons for coming up with this initiative of making sure that prisoners do not only get locked up, but they get also skilled in various ways. And we pledge that going forward, we want to replace all the furniture that we have with durable furniture like this. And we do look forward to this partnership and urge all other ministries, agencies, departments, let's support our own. Buy Uganda, Build Uganda.
The manager, UBC Radios, Doreen Ndezi, said UBC was compelled to buy the furniture from Uganda Prison Service due to their professionalism and the fact that their products are durable.
As UBC, we are aware and committed to buy the local content, but of course it has to be good. It has to serve their purpose. So going into buying furniture from Uganda prisons, it's within that policy direction, it's within that patriotic move of buying Uganda so that we build Uganda.
The Commissioner, Prisons Industries, Prosi Najuma Geraldine, assured the UBC of quality and long-lasting furniture since the technology and the machines used are state-of-the-art.
So if you give us an order of 400 chairs like this, we shall produce them because we have the skilled trainers, those are the staff, then the prisoners that have gained the skill on job and are trade tested by DIT, we have all that. We have the machinery, the government has has ensured that they've given us funding to procure machines.
Philip Aguta for UB.
Now, the government of Uganda has received 2.2 million doses of malaria vaccines out of a total of 3.5 million set to be distributed in 105 districts with high and moderate transmissions across Uganda, marking a major milestone in the country's fight against malaria. During the official flag-off of the consignment at national medical stores in Kajansi, the Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, said malaria remains the leading cause of illness and death of young children in Uganda.
The receiving of the RTS malaria vaccine is yet another significant milestone registered by the Ministry of Health in the fight against malaria. The 2.278 million doses have been officially handed over by the Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, together with her ministry partners at the National Medical Stores in Entebbe. The vaccines are said to be rolled out in the 105 districts of Uganda highly affected by malaria. Speaking at the flag-off event, Dr. Acheng emphasized government's commitment to strengthening disease prevention efforts and building resilient health systems.
Today we are flagging off 2,278,000 doses of the malaria vaccine out of a total of 3.5 million doses for distribution to 105 districts, prioritizing the districts with the highest and moderate malaria burden. As more doses of the vaccines become available, we shall cover the entire country.
This has involved almost a $1.5 million investment. It's one of the first of its kind in the region. And again, thanks to Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, for supporting this. So this is another cause for celebration here. And while this will be officially commissioned in...
According to Acheng, the malaria vaccine, a critical intervention in Uganda's comprehensive malaria prevention strategy, will be integrated into routine immunization services to protect young children who are most vulnerable to the disease.
Every day, we lose 16 people to malaria. Every day. And of these, 10 are children under 5 years old. It is unacceptable, and today we reaffirm our commitment to reversing this trend. So we are extremely excited that we are moving along that path to reduce the mortality in children under 5.
Malaria remains the leading cause of illness and death among children under 5 in Uganda and is responsible for an estimated 20,000 deaths of children under 5 annually.
To date, we are happy to say 17 countries have already introduced this vaccine, reaching over 4 million children. We are already seeing some positive results which have been documented.
The Minister of Health urges parents and caregivers to bring their children to health facilities to receive the vaccine as part of routine immunization services. The vaccine was procured jointly with Gavi and the government of Uganda, together with the partners who extended total support and efforts in ensuring that 2.278 million doses out of a total quantity of 3.5 million doses of malaria vaccines are procured. Crispus Arinitwe, Sula Kagugube, UBC News.
Now, the Commissioner, National Secretariat for Patriotism, Helen Sacco, has urged Ugandans to love their country since it is mandatory to be patriotic. Her message was conveyed by Colonel Justice Rukundo, who represented her during the passing out of students at Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery who underwent a week's patriotism training.
The 226 patriots completed a 7-day patriotism training organized by the National Secretariat for Patriotism in coordination with the Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery.
Sense of self-control, love for oneself, discipline, academic excellency. We learned the core values of patriotism, pillars as she emphasized, love for oneself, so as to excel in life.
Major topic which they taught us, it was reality. To see things in the way they are supposed to be. Not seeing things when we are assuming it is supposed to be like this, but reality. Really, they have done us well, and we are grateful for the Office of the President, State House, for starting up such programs in institutions.
At the pass-out ceremony presided over by Colonel Justice Rukundo on behalf of the Commissioner for National Secretariat for Patriotism, Helen Sacco, the trainees were urged to be patriotic, loyal to Uganda, and promote its well-being as a national primary objective under Article 29 of the 1995 Constitution.
For the country, and therefore everybody should be able to undergo it. Number one, it is a constitutional requirement that on page 29 of the Constitution it says that it is a duty of every citizen of Uganda to undergo political education, and the state shall make available the avenues and services for political education to take place, like now when we are so it is a patriotic duty of every Ugandan to be. Why? Because in order for you to enjoy the freedoms and rights, you must perform your duties and obligations. That's number one.
The course coordinator, Madina Zalwango, urged the students to stick to the norms and culture of the African descent and emphasized the ethics of the sector.
There is no reason whatsoever why a nurse has to cut their uniform short and then treat our people. Patriots have pledged not to copy the Western culture, as some of those are against our African norms. So we agree to detest from the bad vices that are coming to our country. These include homosexuality and many more.
The day's other speakers advised these patriots to be mindful of the principles of patriotism and put into practice the skills attained.
We expect good discipline from you. I don't want to hear Principal Eva calling me, Commissioner, the students are going on strike. How? How can students who have gone through this training go on strike?
True patriotic citizen must obey the law. Oh, you must respect the law or respect the authority. This is the civilized behavior that reflects education and awareness of the community about the importance of the law.
The training was intended to equip the healthy students with the knowledge and core values of passion for their country, in addition to other values.
When we train these students, we don't assess them, but there is value that is being added to them in terms of their discipline, in terms of academic performance, and of course with the drills that they do, it helps them to maintain them to be physically fit.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
Now, in a significant move to promote land ownership and reduce conflicts, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, in collaboration with development partners, has issued 410 free certificates of occupancy to residents of Gomba district. The program was part of a large initiative to improve land governance in Uganda, particularly in 25 districts of Uganda.
Minister Judith Nabakova, who presided over the issuance ceremony at Gomba County headquarters on March 6th, expressed her gratitude to the development partners and the National Resistance Movement for the initiative. In an effort to resolve land disputes between landowners, the government has distributed 410 land certificates in Gomba district, with 55% of women being the main beneficiaries of the scheme. The project is being led by the European Union and the German Technical Corporation GIZ in collaboration with the Government of Uganda through the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. The certificate distribution ceremony was attended by leaders at various levels, landlords and settlers from the affected areas of Jagonza district and Kanoni Town Council. Despite all this, Nabakova says there are many challenges.
The landlords who are nowhere to be seen, they exist, but
but they don't show themselves, incomplete surveys and registration of land proprietorship, i.e. land that is purported to be on blue pages, unresolved land disputes, land cases which are before court, and we believe that we can work together to streamline some of these processes to make them more affordable but also realistic.
Nabakoba revealed that these certificates are intended to reduce land encumbrances between tenants and their landlords and promote a harmonious relationship between squatters and their landlord.
Why? Because this project has created an impact on the communities where it is, especially to do with the relationship between the landlord and the tenant. They work together throughout the process, and the landlord accepts the Bibanja people seated on their land to be mapped out and given the certificates of occupancy, because it is by law that consent of...
Despite the successful testimonies registered, Nabakoba expressed concern of opposition politicians who choose to politicize the program by spreading false information about the project through mobilizing communities to abandon this initiative.
Those are self-seekers who want to get votes by confusing you. I'm the Minister in charge Lands, Housing and Urban Development. I have clearly elaborated the legal basis where the COOs are developed from, so please ignore their baseless informations because they are not backed up by any law.
Local leaders, including Gomba East MP Robina Rakonjo, hailed the initiative as a significant step towards reducing land conflicts, urging beneficiaries to make good use of the certificates to develop themselves and their communities.
Please don't put these certificates of occupancy in your cupboards. Don't put them in safes and just forget about them. Make use of them. God helps those who help themselves. You must put in effort. Make sure you help your children, educate them, ensure that your standard of living is going to rise. Say bye to disease, to poverty, and make sure that you become a better being.
Beneficiaries expressed their gratitude to the government and implementing partners for the opportunity. They pledged to use the certificates to improve their livelihoods and participate in government programs.
We are so excited that we can permanently develop our lands without fear of being displaced. So the NRM government, the German government, together with the European Union, may Allah award you abundantly.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Hey, Nkowe High School. Na wana tufunye wo muwanguzi owa MTN Momo. Ye wangu de school fees ezo mwaka mulamba tebereza. Hey, owuliro otya mutima kati.
Banange sanyu byenye nali amochi wago nyanjaga nyangu wamali walonze erinyo.
Esisi?
Njani awangula school fees.
Eza Momo.
Eza Momo.
Ezo mwaka mulamba.
Mwaka mulamba ndi musanyu.
Oh my goodness.
Banange MTN mwenye yaza ne yaze.
Wanje?
Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
Kubiriza muzadde munange yonna joli. Wallahi is a serious school fees for Momo Pay.
Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You are now entered the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Amazina ganje Ninyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire urwo mu kuzana *2 7 8 nkafuna message erikweka mu muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo nedi yabafere sente ziriyo zona bakaziteka ko nazihangwira.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UCUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UCSAF, and we're happy that UCSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What do we get from ICT for Farmers? We managed to skill up to 100,000 farmers.
Welcome back from that short break as we continue in our next segment. Uganda Nurses and Midwifery Examination Board, UNMEB, has released the results of the final candidates of the 38th series examinations conducted between 2nd December and 13th December 2024. Candidates under the certificate programs performed better compared with their diploma counterparts. Results further reveal a sharp decline in malpractice, with only 3 candidates caught in the act.
The 38th series of examinations conducted between December 2nd to 13th, 2024 across 129 examination centers nationwide had 7,145 final candidates sitting for the examinations. Of the total candidates, 2,873 candidates were enrolled in diploma programs, representing 40.2%. Female candidates dominated the examination. Female candidature was 5,220, representing 73.1%. Male candidature was 1,925, representing 26.9%. There has also been a 4.7% male candidature increment compared to the 36th examination series of December 2023. Certificates level performance. Of the 4,272 candidates who registered, 4,030 passed the examination with a pass rate of 94.3%.
Performance of certificate candidates. Honorable Minister, of the 4,272 candidates who registered for the certificate examinations, 4,030 passed these examinations at a pass rate of 94.3%. In the 38th series, 252, that is 5.9% certificate candidates passed at distinction level, 3,004, that is 70.3%, passed at credit level. I wish to mention that 208, 4.9% candidates did not attain the pass mark, while 34, that is 0.8% certificate candidates were absent.
Diploma candidates' performance. Of the 2,873 diploma candidates who registered for the 38th examination series, 2,782 candidates, representing 96.8%, passed.
I am happy with the 94% pass rate of the certificate level candidates
and the reported improvement in quality of grades obtained. I'm greatly impressed with the 43.5% increase in the candidates for the Diploma in Nursing Extension Program. This indicates increased interest in upgrading their skills through furthering their studies.
Regarding malpractice, 3 final students were suspected to have engaged in examination malpractice. 2 were for diploma, 1 for certificate.
As we've heard, the cases of examination malpractice is growing low and low. Our guests of honor, this demonstrates clearly this is a profession based on skills and competence.
The ministry says the senior 4 leavers who sat under the competence-based curriculum will be absorbed into the health training institutions during July in ITEC.
As you are aware, we've just come out of the competence-based curriculum with a different grading, with a different marking. And I want to thank you so much, our guest of honor, for giving that clear roadmap to ensure that all the training institutions move in the same direction to admit the forthcoming students in the next intake of July.
Inspection reports have revealed that some of the training institutions take on more trainees than they can accommodate. You find over-congestion. This is not acceptable, colleagues.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
Well, once again, time for us to take a short break and return with our business news.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Hey, Nkowe High School. Na wana tufunye wo muwanguzi owa MTN Momo. Ye wangu de school fees ezo mwaka mulamba tebereza. Hey, owuliro otya mutima kati.
Banange sanyu byenye lya muntu wagonya njaga nyangu amali walonze erinyo.
Esisi?
Njani awangula school fees.
Eza Momo.
Eza Momo.
Ezo mwaka mulamba.
Mwaka mulamba ndi musanyu.
Oh my goodness.
Banange MTN mwene yanza ne yanze.
Wanji?
Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
Kubiriza muzadde munange yonna joli. Wallahi satulia school fees for Momo Pay.
Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Now quickly into the world of business. Local residents and economists are urging the government to revise money lending policies to curb extortion by court bailiffs recovering overdue loans for financial institutions. It has been alleged that many borrowers have lost valuable properties at unfair prices due to court brokers inflating legal fees upon arrest and court production.
While loan recovery is crucial for financial stability, the harsh measures used, especially involving court bailiffs, have been criticized for exploiting struggling borrowers.
These court brokers, bailiffs, they come and they extort money from them in a manner that is not professional. One, they are arrested unknowingly, taken to court.
A scenario where you have somebody who has gone to prison for one wrong, has come back when only remaining with 2 million. By the time they come back, their loan is 7 million. And they can't afford to pay.
Speaking at Nyakayojo People's Sacco's annual general meeting in Mbarara City, members and officials called for an end to extortion by court brokers.
Even when you have guaranteed somebody and they fail to pay, you are equally part of the process in recovery. They involve in lawyers, they involve in bailiffs, and that exacerbates the problem.
In most cases, when we go to these courts, we try to talk these the lawyers, the court bailiffs, in times when they try to overcharge our members, and to make sure and show them that these are our members. At the end of the day, even if they are in fault, they will come back to the Sacco and borrow.
MP Rita Atkwasa Bwahika emphasized that while loan recovery is necessary, it should be conducted fairly. Sacco leaders also urged borrowers to cooperate with creditors and avoid standing as sureties for untrustworthy individuals to prevent unnecessary financial burdens.
So it is very important that as SACCOs do this work, they need to also invest more in financial literacy. There is a very common disconnect about the policy or the law and what people think.
There is diversion, and which we cannot mitigate sometimes. So after that it happens, you find maybe the members are failing to pay, and one way how we are trying maybe to bring these people on table, it's by creating a way of mediation.
Rising loan defaults have been attributed to poor financial planning, lack of discipline, overspending, and multiple borrowings. To address this, SACCOs are embracing the Credit Reference Bureau to mitigate multiple borrowing and encourage responsible lending.
Bank of Uganda is soon coming to our rescue after getting what? A CRB that will affect what? That will work out with SACCOs.
Sudat Kaye and Ambrose Muhumuza, UBC News.
And quickly into sports, as Uganda marks Women's Week 2025, corporate institutions are stepping up to recognize and empower women in impactful ways. In a special initiative ahead of the International Women's Day, Postbank and Crown Beverages Limited have joined forces to give back to the Gazelles Uganda national women's basketball team.
With Women's Day just around the corner, organizations across Uganda are embracing the spirit of empowerment and appreciation.
The playing field is not leveled. Women are still being held back a lot. In my opinion, it's really majorly because of stereotypes. Women have proven themselves time and time again. When we put our mind to things, we do them a lot of the times even much better than the men.
For Postbank Uganda and Crown Beverages Limited, this means celebrating excellency in women's sports, offering support to the Gazelles who have not only represented Uganda on the international stage, but also inspired young girls to pursue their dreams.
Our current Chief Executive Officer is a lady, Madam Hilda Mbabazi. So I think that should be an encouragement to all the women today not to step back, not to feel like it's a favor to be in the boardroom, to stand up, to be able to apply for those positions, to look forward, to be motivated to actually be in the boardroom. It's not right that women are made to feel like they don't belong. It is not right that women have to feel like opportunities are given to them, not because they necessarily deserve them.
Beyond the court, this initiative sends a powerful message: women's achievements in sports and beyond deserve recognition, investment, and celebration.
Our main target is to bring the trophy. So that is the #1 target. So we should work towards that.
We are celebrating the Gazelles. The Gazelles is a female basketball team, and they have really done a lot to raise Uganda's flag high and to raise the flag of women's sports.
As Uganda continues its Women's Week 2025 celebrations, this initiative is a reminder that recognizing and investing in women's achievements fuels a brighter, more inclusive future. Sandra Kahunde, Robert Katamba, UBC News.
Again, thank you for being a part of us and allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Mugalu Mohammed has been with us on sign language. Well, for the women out there, enjoy tomorrow, 8th March 2025, Women International Day.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
He say that I blow his mind every time I'm activated. You just trying to catch a vibe. CC got you fascinated. Jump up on the brand new ride. BMW riding, baby. I ain't gonna tell you lies. That's just how
we run one of the biggest live audience TV shows in the land.